Good morning, party people. It is I, Randy Brown. How's it going? Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Kimberly. I gotta set us up here on live chat. Get the chats together. And get over here and do this real quick, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Hey, Google. Put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Okay. I've turned on Do Not Disturb.
Wasn't talking to you, Brody. Oh, he did both of them. Okay. I take it back. I take it back. Hello, good morning, everybody. Everybody's logging in. I'm going to give us a share. I'm over here on this guy, over here doing this. Give it a like. I already shared, I believe, to the Facebooks. Dun, 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 dun. Good morning, everybody. It is officially Tuesday. We're going to do some commands here. Commands. Subscribe. Hello. Good morning. Do the coffee one. Where's the coffee one? There we go. Doing all the things. If you're not familiar with the Nightbot and you want to know about the commands, I put exclamation commands. When it loads, it's loading. I feel like my camera is being silly. Are you being silly, camera? What are you doing? Why are you being so silly? Let's check on it. Anti-flicker 50 HR. Well, then, Carol seems to be the trouble. Un momento. Let's check now this. Let's just configure the situation. We've configured. Are we configured now? No, we're not. What the H? Activate. Go gadget activate. Still kind of funky. Well, we don't really care about that. We care about this one. We've done our best. We've done the best we could do. We're willing to do at this point. At this juncture in the contract, this is what we're willing to do. Okay, so if you want to know about the commands, you can click this little guy when the commands one comes up. And then it'll take you over there to the commands, and it'll tell you which ones you can use in the chat. So you can control the Nightbot. Super fun. Good morning, everybody! We're going over here. Dun, 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 dun. That's making me mad. Don't like it when it doesn't do what it's supposed to. I'm like, you have one job. It's your only job. You can't do your job? What are we doing? Why? Why are we doing that? Okay, so let's get down on the map. These guys gotta get out of here because that's not what we're doing. They're still laying here from yesterday. Good morning! We're going to do Bargain Bead Box today. Now, I heard that some people already got their Bargain Bead Box for March. What day is it? It's the 10th of March. That tracks. Raise your hand if you've already gotten your March Bargain Bead Box. And the question becomes, where's Randy's Bargain Bead Box? What happened to that? Where'd it go? Okay, these I know we need. These we glued together. Let's take a look-see over here. Dun, dun, dun. That's not it. What's that? Is that it? That kind of looks like it. Oh boy. There's lots of things over here that are yet to be cleaned off. You got it yesterday? Oh. I don't feel so bad then. I believe this is us. This is our bracelet doings. Yep, it is. I got mine on the 5th. Earliest that I've ever received it. Oh my. You're struggle busting with it. The metal color is not your fave. Really? I love... Do you guys call it red bronze or do you call it antique copper? I always call it red bronze. I don't know why. I don't even really know if there's honestly a difference. Is there actually a difference? I don't know if there is. Is there? Good morning. I got my Bargain Bead Box yesterday and we'll open it on my live today. Oh, Rosanna's doing an unboxing. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Where's my wire? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, I was using that annoying wire color, wasn't I? Where'd that go? Is that it? That looks like it. No, that's even worse. That's not the one we were using. Was this the one we were using? It can't be. Are we crazy people? What's... 20 gauge. I guess maybe we're crazy people. I don't want to use 20 gauge. I'm not gonna. I guess I'm gonna use this crazy color. I don't know. It says antique copper. This is not it. But we're gonna call this a design choice, I guess. Buckle up, Buttercup. No, for the new box. Oh, I see. I have not seen the new box, so I don't know what's in there. Don't even know about it. I did go over and post my video on Bargain Bead Box this morning, and I did see, like in the first couple posts, there was like some people posting stuff, and I was like, oh, I gotta get out of here, because I think it might have been new stuff, but I tried to forget what it was. I think I've successfully done that. Doesn't take much, if we're being honest about it. The colors in the new box are gorgeous. So lovely. Okay, so I'm cutting kind of some excessively long pieces of wire here because my plan is we're going to use these. We're starting in the middle. We're going to work our way out. So if you don't remember, these are the ones that we glued together with the E6000. It was like, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks ago. I don't even know what we've been doing with our life. But anyway, here we are. Not what we've been doing with ourselves, but we've been doing stuff regardless. And I'm going to start wire wrapping up these guys. And this is just going to be like a little, I want this one to be in the middle. This is just going to be a little wire wrap situation. No rhyme or reason, I think. I am going to connect with jump rings, aren't I? I think I am. I don't think I'm going to use these, though. We better check that out before we just start going and carrying on with ourselves. Let's just be carrying on with ourselves. I don't know. Okay. Oh, I did contact Amber. There's no red bronze oval jump rings in this box. I did contact Amber and let her know that we are in need of some oval jump rings and suppliers and some restock for the website. So I don't know if she's working today. Of course, it's way on the bottom. I don't think I think she is working today. I'm not sure. She didn't work yesterday, so she might not be. I don't know. We'll see what she responds when she has a moment with herself. I think we went through this last time we were working on a project, and I was like, oh, I don't have any. And that's how we decided I don't have any on the website. It's all coming back to me now. Okay, well, Carol, I guess we shall reassess the situation. We shall reassess the situation. What if we do mixed metal? Is that gonna be crazy? Probably, huh? We're already doing this crazy orange color. I don't have any copper. We're just gonna have to go with the round. We're just gonna have to suck it up and go with the round. Sorry. That's all we can do. At this point. Ooh, I am gonna use an Old Faithful, I think. Since we're here. Use an Old Faithful clasp. Good morning. Hello, if you're just joining in. I'm just trying to get myself together over here. You know, it's a slow process. I got these little tinky totter tiny guys. These might be better. These are 4s. I trust this a little more than the 6. Yeah. I think maybe we'll try that. We'll try that. We'll see how it goes. What else we need? Anything? I don't think so. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready for realsies. Have you guys had a wonderful Monday? I went to my doctor appointment and I just went in there and they checked my blood pressure and it was perfect. It was 124/73, I think they said. And they're like, yeah, it's perfect. And I'm like, okay, great. And then we looked up some arm cuffs on Amazon to see if we can't get our machine working right. They did not calibrate it. I don't even really know what that means. I asked them, what does it mean? And they were like, we don't know. I was like, okay, great. I put new batteries in it. We're doing our best. Okay, here we go. Ready to rock. Let's see. So we have rhodonite and unikite, right? That's the deal. That's what we're working with. We better get that figured out. Looks like it. And how are we going to go about that? Are we going to go twosies? Do we like twosies? Ooh, I don't know about that. Actually, not horrible. Sorry, I'm looking in the monitor to see if it's horrible. Let's try this. Let's switcheroonie. Boop. Oh, that one's kind of dark. Boop. Let's try that. How's that look? I think I like that better than the color blocky situation. And I guess we got 4. We might not need 4. Okay. I'm going to go with it. This is what I'm going with. I am not ready to start on the new box yet. Your desk cleaning has inspired me to work on finishing up already started projects. Yes, ma'am. That's what I need to do. Oh, I know. It can become kind of stressful. I'm going to put both of these on here. Let's see. Which one am I going to cap? I'm going to cap the unikite. Is that how it's going to work? Let's take a look at it. If I cap the unikite, I'm not going to be able to run this back down like I originally thought I was going to do. don't know. Hold on. We'll gotta get it together here. Try some options. A girl needs options. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I have started cleaning. I'm still cleaning. I mean, honestly, we could be cleaning forever, right? Isn't that organizing and cleaning? That's like a completely different hobby than beading. I'm still trying to unpack. You guys, I have so much stuff. Like, what are we doing? What am I doing? It's so much. And I'm like, how did I even get... And I downsized. Remember? I downsized before we moved. Remember that? We did scoops. We did sales. We did all kinds of things. Remember that? I don't even know. Okay, what if I just leave these blank? Can I wear wrap back down? That's not as fun. Not as fun, honestly. I don't even have any trays left. And you know, I have 12 trays. They're all full of beads that need to be either finished, put away, cleaned off. This is not a tray. This is just on my desk. It's not good. It's not good. I miss Phyllis. I wrote Phyllis a thank you note for her Pampers and her Itsy Bitsy Spider book. I've started the thank you noting. Jefferson and I started that on Sunday. We're just doing a little bit at a time for the gifts. So, FYI, if you've sent a gift, we are working on it. Oh, I did a lot of running around yesterday. Then my light on my car came on. Let's see. What if we cap pink and the other guy? Is that even worth it? I don't know. This pink one's a little bit smaller, so I don't think it's a good idea. Although, I will say this makes them look a little bit more of the same size, don't you think? They're not the same size. And you can very visibly tell that they're not the same size, especially here. Just like in general, right? But if you cap both, they do kind of look the same size. So if you're into that kind of thing, maybe that's your option. I'm just trying out to see what I like here. I kind of feel like if I did it this way, I should wrap them individually, but I mean, you don't have to. I'm not mad at this, honestly. What do I got here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 12, 14, 16, 20. 20? Do I have 20 caps? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. That's 20. I think I have like 22 caps. All right, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna cap them all. You know, you could do 3s. I could, Rosanna. I could do that. Do you guys feel like maybe this is just me? Maybe this is just a me thing. Sometimes I feel like when I do 3s, like here's an example. If I was to do 3s, I'd probably like put an extra one and I'd leave it blank, right? But then when I do the 3, do you feel like it's a lot for the one wire? For a brace, like, I mean, regardless of whether you like the pattern. Like, do you feel like it's like a lot for the link? I always kind of feel like it's a lot. Good morning. You're running late? It's okay. Install job went wonky. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, PJ. I don't know. But I guess you could bend it, right? Like you can bend it to do more fitting. I do agree. I don't normally work in 2s, but today we're going to try it. I think we're going to try it. I think I'm going to cap them both on here, which is also something I don't usually do. We're just going to see how it goes. I think that's what we're going to do. Like this. I think I'm going to do them all like this. You like odd numbers. I think a lot of beaders like odd numbers. I've never really met anybody who's like, no, I prefer to work in evens. Does anybody prefer to work in evens? Is that your gig? It's okay if it is. You can let us know. We're just curious. I just feel like odds is usually the go-to. I don't know why. Not that it matters. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Could do stations of 2s and 3s. Oh boy. Yeah, we could do that. Isn't that the joys of being in charge of your own design? I do like how when I cap them, though, they look a little bit more the same size. All right, I'm going to go like that. Let me get this other one going on. My fingers feel really swollen up. Jefferson made me dino nuggets last night. Have you ever had dino nuggets? I have not ever had them ever before in life. They were pretty good. If you don't know what that is, it's chicken nuggets for little kids that are shaped like dinosaurs. It was quite fun because, you know, I love little animals. He said he was practicing up. Maybe 3s closest to the focal and center, and then 2s off of that, vice versa. Also, all good options. You don't have to make all of your links the same, right? You could do them backwards. You know how we do over here. You can just do it upside down, backwards, start in the middle, on the side, do whatever you want. We're for it. So I took my car into the, I didn't take it in anywhere. I went to AutoZone and I talked to the guy there at the counter, and I was like, "Hey, do you think you'd put this on the hookup and tell me what's wrong with it?" Tried Tostitos pizza rolls. It was a letdown. Oh no. I've never had Tostitos pizza rolls either, I don't think. Those are those little bite-sized pizza things. Yeah. Have I had those? I don't think I've had those. If I do, I don't remember. These would be like this. And then like this. Let's just put it together, see if we like it. Let's see if we like these little guys. These little 4s. We're using a round. If you're just joining in, we're using a round because I couldn't find any ovals because I'm a crazy person. See if he's going to fit on there. Looks like it might be kind of a tight fit. Let's see. Ooh. Might be a little too tight for my liking. Okay. My nose was itching. Oh, anyway, so the car thing was just, so I'm going to the doctor. And I was supposed to leave. And I was like, where are my keys? Now, here's the deal. I always know where my keys are. But, you know, old Jefferson went disc golfing this weekend. And he took the van. And then he never put the keys back. I mean, it's pretty good. Stop eating all those processed foods. I know. Well, I just asked Jeff to make dinner because I was down here doing some work in the night because I was running around all day and I didn't get my work done, and I was like, I gotta do stuff, and I was like, can you cook? And he did. So I said, okay, thank you. But anyway, it was fine. It was just so I couldn't find my keys, right? And so I called Jeff at work and I was like, hey, where did you put my keys? And this is the man. Remember, he loses his keys, his belt, his wallet. This man never knows where anything is. He takes things off in the weirdest places. And then I don't know why. You think by now we would learn that that's just not a good game to play. But here we are. So I called him so he'd come home to help me look because he knew I was going to be mad. I was like, I'm supposed to leave for the doctor in 30 minutes. We got to find these keys. So anyway, we found them. They were in his pants pocket in the laundry. And he goes, so I go out there, and I think he still thought I was going to be mad. So he says, as he walks me to the garage, and he's like, okay, I know you got to go. I hope you have a good time at the doctor, whatever. And he's like, oh, by the way, I washed your car over the weekend when I had it. I was like, oh, thanks. And I left. Now I want these to all go the same direction. So I left. And then when I got out at the hospital, is this right? I'm pretty sure that's right. It's my brain ain't doing that today. My brain's not doing what do you call this? Three-dimensional angles, I guess, this morning. Anyway, I noticed there was a big black spot on the back of my car. Like somebody hit it. They didn't damage it, but it was just like a big black, like somebody backed into it kind of. I was like, what is this about? Because last time he took my car, now my tail light's broken. I was like, sir, what are we doing? What are we doing? And he's like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't think I did that. And I was like, okay. He did say he broke the tail light. These guys are a little bit, you gotta wiggle in. Make sure they're shut. Oh! Now, wait a minute. Does that mean? No, I just put it on backwards. Dang. Well, that's because my brain don't work. Okay. Well, we're just going to call that fine. Do we care about that? We kind of care about it, right? Okay. We'll flip it around. Anyway, so I went to the doctor, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. I couldn't find my keys. And then my engine light was on. Because he said, oh, I put gas in there. And then my engine light was on. And I'm like, what is going on with this car? And so I took it to the place. And it just was admissions, whatever, blah, blah thing. Which basically just means like a gas cap issue kind of deal. As a matter of fact, there's a little part that you can replace. Maybe that's what I'm struggling with this today. I'm like, because remember, who was it? Was it Eve? I think it might have been Eve. She's like, did you just glue all those backwards? And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I did. And now I'm thinking, maybe that's what's screwing me up, and I think it's backwards, but it's not. Because I'm like, what? Why is this not working? In my head. I'm like, is it not working, or is it just in my head? Okay. Now we're on there the right way. Okay, flowers are all going the right direction. Jeepers, scrapers. Whew. Did you glue these links together? I did, Makisha. Good morning. I glued them together. And when I glued them, see how this one goes this way, and then on the other side, this one goes this way. So I glued them backwards. So I just made sure to glue them all the same. So I should be able to put this one this way. And then when you flip it, they'll all be going the other way. I did not do that on purpose. I did it on accident because I wasn't paying attention. Nobody's surprised about that. Okay, we got to put this one on. Boop. And I'm trying to use these little tiny jump rings, and they're kind of not my favorite. But it is what it is. See how we did. Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. We're in it. We're in it to win it. You glued yours together too? They're much hardier. Yeah, they are a lot more substantial when you glue them together. And they don't look bad in my personal opinion. This one's a little bit off, but that's just me with my not getting them lined up all the way. Okay, so now here I am here. Here I am here. Here I am over here. What do I got going on here? Ooh. Somehow I've messed up my entire situation with this. So we got pink and green, pink and green, and then we get to the end, and we may still need length, and we may not. Okay, so these ones are possibly going to be different. We'll see what happens with the length situation. Although I am going to use this more pink one, just in case we don't use that one. Ooh. My sister called me last night. I said, what are you doing? Because she called kind of late. I was like, is everything okay? She don't usually call late. And she said, yeah, oh yeah, everything's good. I'm sitting here waiting for the girls to get out of Girl Scouts. I said, oh, you're just sitting in your vehicle? And she said, yeah. She said, I've been sitting here for an hour and a half. I said, oh, that seems like a lot. And she was like, nope, I just sit in here and talk on my phone in the peace and quiet. I don't have to deal with anybody. I said, oh, okay, great. So she must have been having a day. She said that they're going to buy my niece a horse. And I said, oh, okay. So now she's going to be a horse girl, I guess. And I said, well, that'd be fun. They all go through the horse stage. Although I don't know if Emma's going to go through the horse stage. That's her little sister. She's going through a makeup and boys phase, and she's only, what, 5? She sent me a picture the other day, and she had on a full face of makeup with bright red lipstick. Of course, I had to comment on the lipstick because I love it. I am probably not helping. I just got back from the pulmonologist. What is a pulmonologist? Is that a heart doctor? Like pulmonary? I don't like one-sided findings. Oh, well, if you have some one-sided findings and you can get some extra ones, you can just glue them right together with your E6000. Nobody's the wiser. Dun, dun, dun. I'm quite excited about today. I got some sleep last night. So I'm feeling good about that. Jeff finally turned the heater down. Remember, he was trying to kill me? Lungs. Oh, and everything's good? Well, that's good. E6000, Jenny. I used the E6000. I got some sleep. Jeff was trying to kill me with the heater. He had it turned up way high. He finally turned it down. I can't sleep in the hot. They're trying to get me. So, I got a little sleep last night, and I have a little bit of energy, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. I might get some stuff accomplished today. E6000. Yeah. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. I wonder who the E6000, like, I wonder how they, like, came up with, like, using it for jewelry and stuff. Like, the backstory, you know? Inquiring minds want to know. I put this different lotion on my face, and it's itchy. You know how that goes. Can't have nothing. Oh my goodness. Oh, then I went to the bank. I was doing errands yesterday. Went to the bank, and my grandma had left me a little bit of money, and my aunt gave it to me while she was here over the weekend in the form of a check. And I took it there, and then these people were like, to the Wells Fargo, and they were like, okay, well, you know, you can only get such a, because I said, well, can I have, I was going to go get a new humidifier for the baby room, but they're kind of expensive. They're like $200. The one that I wanted goes in the dishwasher, and I guess that's why it's so expensive. Anyway, I was going to get it. And so I asked them if I could have $300, and they were like, no. I was like, okay, well, let me know. Let me know when you decide to let me have my money. Thank you very much. So then I left with no money, and I went to the pharmacy and got my medicine. And by that time, it was snowing, these great big snowflakes. These humongous snowflakes. I was like, I gotta go home and take a nap. This is getting ridiculous. So that's what I did. What? Yeah. Yeah, they would not let me have any of my money. They said no. They said, you can have it, some of the money in 3 days, or on the 11th, she said. That's 2 days. And then you can have some more of the money 3 days after that. And I was like, whatever, I guess. And then the funny part was, so then she had to have a manager come and, like, I don't know, because there was going to be a hold on the money. And then he had to put his numbers in or whatever they do, you know, two people verification or whatever. And so they were doing all that, and then she was trying to explain to me how it's like she was kind of being like, oh, well, we got to make sure whoever you got this check from has the money. And she's like, you don't want to end up in a problem. And she's kind of trying to make it out to be like, this was a me problem. And I was like, all right, lady. I see what you're doing, and I don't particularly approve. This is going to fit my wrist. Gotta wait until the check clears. Yeah, I am aware. But she was like, well, what if they don't have the money? And I was like, okay. It's kind of like, you kind of don't say that. You could maybe think that, I guess, if you want, but you probably shouldn't say that. I'm in debate. Do you think I should use these little guys? Just keep using these little ones to put this clasp on, or should I use a larger one? See, this is going to fit my little wrist when I get the clasp on. It's stupid. You think I should keep using the little ones? What if I use the 6? Do I trust the little one? I don't know if I trust it. For the clasp? I don't know. We'll try it. I mean, don't they say, like, the smaller the round jump ring, like, the more safer it is, kind of deal. Ow! Squish is kicking me. I think Squish approves of my choice of 4mm jump rings. Not the bracelet, the bank. Yeah, I know. I know the bank is stupid. I went there, and then I went to the farm. I didn't have any problems at the pharmacy. That went fine. I just came home, and I tried to take a little nap. And I was asleep for about 15 minutes, and then Jeff come home. Woke me up. Okay, now I gotta make sure I get this on there right. And all my flowers are going the right way. Let me unclip it. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, yeah. And then my Aunt Dixie texted me at like midnight. And she said that she was going into the doctor today because her blood pressure is weird. Because I was like, why are you texting me at midnight? And she's like, I can't sleep. I was like, okay. Okay. So, I believe we're correct. I'm just double checking. Something feels off. Something feels off. I don't know what it is. Let me see what it is. Oh no, it's just me. I was just thinking, oh, these are pink. These are green. So these are pink. They're going towards the flower. These are pink going towards the flower. But it just looked funky for some reason because this one's like dark pink. I don't know. Anyway, here we are. And we just pop it on. Oh, faithful class, get on there. Helps if you try to put the ball into the socket, Randy. There you go. And then we can kind of, you guys circle it around like this, kind of, bend it in a little bit so it's a little more wrist shaped, I guess. All right. I'm not mad at it. It kind of matches my sweater. Pink and green, pink and green. This camera is not my favorite today. Where's my measurer thing? They make you wait for government checks to clear too. Yes, they do. Yeah, I guess they do. Oh, interesting. Also, another interesting fact I found out yesterday. I went to go to the doctor and I went to fill out my stuff online like I normally do. Excuse me. We've got a 7. Average 7. Well, let's see. Got a little twist right here. 7, 7, 7 and a fourth. 7 and 7 on the liner. It's a liner. It's a liner. 7 and a fourth. Pretty good out of 10 if you ask me. I like this. It's pretty cute and simple. Simple's been a kind of my gig recently, I guess. I like the double-sided. Oh, it's because I bent them. I was like, why is this looking weird? It's because I bent them in. Like that. But yeah. I think it's cute. I was going to try to zoom, but my camera's being a weirdo. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, I actually really am liking these colors together. I didn't know that I would at first. Seeing them with my army green shirt makes me feel confident in the color choices. Welcome in. So yeah, that is our project number 5 for Bargain Bead Box. We got a couple beads here. In a few minutes, we can make a little pair of earrings. 7.25, and it fits you. That is my normal size. Well, it was kind of, it was kind of down here a little. It was kind of down here a little. But yeah, it does fit me. Oh, so anywho, I was saying that I register for medical stuff online, and I found it very odd because I've been going to the doctor every week, obviously. So I do this every week. And they put a new question on the questionnaire, and the question is, what is your tribal affiliation? And I was like, that's an interesting question. Because when you fill out your when you fill out like your demographics, you can say like your race, but it always gives you an option to not say your race if you don't want to. Or it gives you an option to put multiple races. And that's like when you fill out pretty much any documentation for the doctor. And although throughout my entire life, I've been asked like, oh, do you identify as Native American? But they've never asked me for like my specific tribal affiliation. And the only reason I can think that they're doing that is because if they know my tribal affiliation, they can check my tribe number. And I'm like, why? What are we doing with that? Why do we need that? And there's no option to opt out. You can't like opt out. And it's not from a government agency. It's from the hospital. So I'm like, okay, maybe they're thinking, maybe if we don't get our money, we can charge the tribe or statistics, or they're checking up on something. Because they're clearly checking up on something, but I don't know what it is. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like we need a little something, don't you think? We need a charm of some sort. So anyway, that happened. When I went to the hospital, I asked about it. And all the gals I asked the intake gal, and I asked the nurse upstairs when they were checking me in, like all the checking in ladies, I asked them. And they didn't seem to know anything about it. And I was like, okay. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it anyways. And then the one girl was telling me, oh, you don't have to answer that if you don't want to. And I'm like, actually, you do have to answer it. Otherwise, it won't let you move forward in the process. You know? I don't know. There's just so much data collection going on these days. I'm just like, what are we doing with all the data? I got questions. Got questions. Ooh, we're going to have one bead cover cap. One bead cap to spare. Like that. Okay, now before I just go wrapping these all up, I'm going to look for something. I got to find the rest of our Bargain Bead Box stash. We might have a little something. Put on there. I'm sure we do. I just gotta find it. Oh boy, I forgot about that. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. Ooh. I gotta finish this. I forgot about this. I think it just needs an end clasp, or maybe needs a couple extra beads. What are we doing with this? Anyway, what do we got? Oh, I got a cute little crystal just randomly out here. That could work for me. Okay, I can make it work. Don't know why they would need it. Tell them that you are with the brown ham tribe. They don't even get, that's what I'm saying. They don't even give you an option. They had all the tribes of North Dakota listed, and that's it. So they clearly know I'm in North Dakota, right? So it's geared up for North Dakota specifically. And my tribe was listed, but you know, normally they give you like, oh, I prefer not to answer, or they give you a blank space where you can fill in your own situation. None of that was offered, and I'm like, And then when the gal told me that, I was like, yeah, actually, that's not true. So, I don't know. That's just kind of odd. It was odd. Since we're going with evens today, I've decided to wind up both of these crystals. Not something I normally do. I'm going to hang this on the bottom of my earring. If you were going to put the baby up for adoption, the tribe has the right to veto the adoption. This is true. That is part of the Whatamajigger Act from 1971. What the hell is the name of the act? Ooh, I can't remember right now. But yes, you're right. That is to keep native families together, or keep native babies basically on the reservation. Because when they were coming around stealing all the babies, do y'all remember that? Taking them to the Christian schools and stuff. They, in the 70s, they created a law where that's not, and they can veto that option. So that makes sense. But I mean, I didn't say anything about it. But I don't even know if they asked me. I guess I'm trying to think. Did they ask me if I was going to do adoption business? I don't think they did. Could possibly be for baby heritage. I've been lurking, no contact, and yet feeling pukey. Oh. No contacts in yet. Oh no. I'm sorry, Kimberly. If they can't tell you why they want it, they shouldn't be getting it. I don't like all the information gathering. Well, the only other thing I could think of was kind of like a political reason. And not to be some kind of way, but North Dakota is a Republican state, and they did give up all of their, like Medicaid and SNAP and like all their programs. They gave all of that information, like everybody who's on programs, to the federal government because they requested it. So now I'm thinking, well, maybe they want to use that information for some reason, you know? I don't know. I think I'm going to use a little jump ring here just because I can to make these more swingy. But North Dakota admitted that a long time ago, that they gave up all that information. So, I don't know. But I just found it odd because I could see, like, if that was for, like, Medicaid or, you know, your insurance or some reason or whatever. If it's your insurance is government paid, you know, that kind of thing. But this was directly from the hospital. So I was like, interesting. So, I don't know. Nobody seemed to have any answers. I'm sure we'll find out about it at some point. And I'll be like, oh yeah, remember when? Remember when we were talking about that? We couldn't figure out why they wanted all that? Well, now we know. Oh. Okay. Ooh, I got a little wild. With this tail. Let me see. Ooh. It's rough. It's a little rough. Ooh. It's not getting better. I gotta snip it. Put your goggles on. Yeah, there it went. Okay. So, now we got these little guys. I'm thinking this will work out. It's hard to read comments with no eyeballs in. I suppose it is. I'm going to use this as a little hinge. Get in there. Alright. Arguably, I don't know if these are my favorite, but It is what it is. Need some earring wires. If you needed a little pair, you got some. Maybe they use it for applying grants and such, but why now? Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? I'm curious to see if it's going to be like a new question that I'm going to have to. So I got to go to the doctor again on Thursday. Okay, so when I asked these gals at the front desk, they just said, oh, sometimes. I just heard a noise. They say, oh, sometimes they just do that, blah, 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 whatever. For your demographics. And I'm like, yeah, that's not demographics, so that's very specific. But anyway, I wonder if they're going to ask me again, right? Like when I go on Thursday. Like, is this a question they're always going to ask now? Or what's up? I want to know. And also, I don't know if you've noticed, I don't get this question a lot, obviously, because I'm pregnant. But they've also put a bunch of new pregnancy questions on about, like, they really want to know the date of your last period. And, like, if you don't want to tell them, they're real pushy about finding out. And I'm like, that's odd. That's an odd one. They've also added that question to the veterans as well. Okay, here's our earrings. Here's our earring situation. Am I in love with them? They're not my favorite. They're not horrible. They kind of look like people. And, you know, that kind of bothers me. When they look like little people. Like, especially this one, what looks like its hat's on sideways. Get your hat on straight. What are you doing? But, I mean, you know, if you need a little something, we got it. If you need a little something, we got it covered. And if you can't remember, yeah, I don't know. It's just an interesting situation with that. I don't like that at all. Oh, no. All right, we got a little set. I wonder if they check for spotting and bleeding issues. Some people are not terribly great at knowing which is what. Also true. Good afternoon, Helen. They sure are. Yeah, have they been after you, Dominique? Yeah. It's a very interesting concept. And then when you like don't want to say, they're like, well, we need to know. And it's like, no, you don't. You don't need to know, actually. So the reason I bring it up is because the app that I use had a data breach. So I have this app on my phone. It's called, what is it called? Flow. It's called Flow. I use it to track the baby, right? The baby weeks and everything. It's a pregnancy app. It's like they also do like track your menstrual cycle and track your, if you get pregnant, like how many weeks along you are, and they give tips and all these things that you can, you know, look at and read articles about baby doings and all this stuff. Well, anyway, it's from overseas. It's from, I want to say it's from like the UK somewhere. I don't know this to be 100% sure. But they had a data breach and somebody stole all their data, and then it started coming out where they were saying like people are tracking, like they're encouraging people not to use apps to track their menstrual cycles. That mothers are encouraging, like, you know, your preteen and your teen girls to not do that and not give said information to medical people and to like just random people who are asking you, because they're asking you for a reason. And it's like, I think, I don't know, but they put this new question on the veterans thing, and the question isn't crazy like, oh, when was your, you know, the beginning of your last period or whatever. Like, we're pretty used to that question. The question is, are you able, is there anything physically barring you from being pregnant? That's the question. Is there anything basically physically wrong with you that you wouldn't be able to carry a baby to term? That's the question that they implemented at the Veterans Office. That's a weird question. And they said that in this press release that came out on this app that I have. So they were saying, like, yeah, this is why we've been encouraging people. They were talking about the data breach and how, they're so sorry and all these things. But they're like, here's what's happening with that information, we think. And they gave this information. And I was like, that's interesting. Dominique says, you want me to remember all of that? Well, yeah, and some people, like my girlfriends, they have the, what are they, the IUDs or whatever? I've never had one of those. That's like the insert one they put in your arm or wherever they put. I don't know where they put it, honestly. I think Melissa has one. It's not one of the arm ones. It's one that goes in the uterus, I think. Anyway, those ones, and so she has like sporadic periods. They don't really keep track of them. They actually kind of shut them down, so like, I don't know, these questions just seem very odd. So my ears are very horrible. I don't allow it. Oh, in your ears? Yeah. Yep. So I don't know. It was just a very interesting thing. And I'm like, and now they're asking these questions about tribal affiliations. I wonder what they're going to ask me next week. I'm curious. We'll see what happens. I'll have to report on it. I have to go Thursday. We're going to go see, sorry, this camera's skipping. We're going to go see Baby Squish and make sure Baby Squish is in the right direction. Going the right way. And yeah, so we'll see if they ask me any other weird questions. Don't answer if you choose to. Well, that's the thing, is like they're not really giving you an option to not choose it. Because, okay, so you can check in online. You don't have to check in online. But if you do choose to check in online, then you have to answer. And then if they ask you at the desk when you go anyway, and then they're saying like, oh, you don't have to answer, but then if you don't, then the screen doesn't move forward. So I'm like, I don't know. Anywho, I have been having a period for nearly 40 years and I'm the worst at tracking it. Yeah. I don't know. I was just thinking it would have been interesting because there's just so many things that can happen with the menstrual cycle that makes it like nobody's having like your just regular like 28-day period. I don't think. I've never met anybody who does that. It's always like, oh, it's wonky. It's over here. It was over there. We were stressed out that week. We're on birth control and we skipped the little white pills or whatever, so we don't have one this week or whatever they're doing. Like, everybody's doing something else. Yeah, why are they asking? Why do they care? That's the question. I don't know. Anywho, I suppose I better jump off here. I guess there's some food for thought if you have time and you want to do a little research today. See what you come up with. Jefferson put a bunch of totes over here. They're just like lined up. And I have to put away those. I don't know what's in there. It's a little intimidating, honestly. That's crazy. I have PCOS and I have never had a regular cycle. That's one of the things that can happen. PCOS. Yeah. I don't know. Anywho. Alright, well, I hope you all have a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day today. I hope you enjoyed our little project. We do still have 2 Bargain Bead Box projects left. Is it 2 or 3? Oh, I'm a liar. It's 3. We must have done quite a few projects. Oh yeah, I think it was 8. We have a knotted necklace. We have a multi-strand necklace. Oh, and then just like a little locket one. A little simple locket one. So we got 3 left. Mine started lasting 2 weeks. Oh. That sounds horrendous. Take care, everybody. I'll see you again. Okay, bye, Jenny. So, yeah, we got 3 projects left. Be working on those probably this week. That'll probably be finishing out our week. I know they said I might have to look for my Bargain Bead Box for March because I usually have mine by now, and I haven't. So I might have to track it down. We've been having, I think last month we had didn't we? Was it last month or the month before we had an address situation? I think that was January because I changed the address for Thunderhorse Descendant, and the address change has been a little wonky, so there might be an issue. I'll have to look into it. Alright guys, well I hope you all have a lovely, spectacular, amazing beading day, and I will see you tomorrow.